All right, we have another bit of animation from Luc Sperl. This is really nice little short bit of action with some dialogue, Luke. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
It's very nice.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
All right, so a couple things I would just suggest to improve. I mean, this is a pretty good bit of animation. I just have a few suggestions for you. This is nice that you have an opposition of a nice curve and then a point, which helps, and you feel that sense of it flowing through there, which is really nice. It's a nice pose, really nice pose there. Does a little take, looking up, another take, to a double take going up again. Nice. This is a nice bit of action. Really a lot of character in that. Now here, I think I might suggest that you maybe raise up that shoulder a bit, and then maybe not make so much out of that one. It can be subtle, but it's a bit of a twin going on there in terms of shape. What's what happened there? I lost my. It's a bit of a twin, and but it's working. It's working fine. I want to feel like they're more related. But yes, I know that you have the shoulder sort of coming up, and then in this next pose, the final pose is fine. This is it gives him a lot of character. It makes him look like he's a cocky kid with those shoulders up like that. That's fine. Just trying to figure out how I might change that. Might want to relax it. See, I want to relax it a little bit here, I think. But maybe not. Maybe that's just me. But I will say that here, when his shoulder's all the way up, I think you're making a little bit too much of all the shoulders. If he's going up, yeah, it's going to be up like that. But maybe if you did it like this, it might feel like the whole thing is up, the whole arm is up, rather than having that dip in it. It'll give it a sense of a unity and force, perhaps. But that's just a minor little thing. But let's get rid of this. Here, when he's doing that, it's such an extreme thrust forward. You know, even though your shoulder's up, there is a relaxing part to it, so it might be better if it's more foreshortened, so you lose that thing that's going up. And then when you get back to it, and I've messed up my timeline, unfortunately, but that would give it more of a sense of going forward and snapping back, to give us, so his shoulder doesn't feel like it's so just undo some of these things here. And then when you come back here, you're not necessarily having to go up quite so high on that. So I had to give it a little bit of a snap. But this is a nice bit of animation. One thing to think about also is that there is a principle where when you're going to go in one direction, you go in the opposite direction first. So it gives you a little bit of we call it sort of a take, I guess. I don't know that I would call it a take. There's a principle where you go one direction before you go in the other direction. You don't always have to follow that, especially in more subtle stuff where you're being a little more human perhaps or more nuanced. You can just subtly move into a pose and lead with the eye. So if you open up the eyes and lead with the eyes and then the head follows and the bodies follow, it feels a little more natural than just moving everything at once. And it gets you out of having to do that take kind of thing where you're going in one direction before you go in the other direction. Because it gets a little repetitious in the texture of the timing as well. So that's just something to think about as you move forward. But this is a nice little bit of animation. Thanks for sharing this.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.